I hope everybody's doing well. I am on the Fires Creek Rim Trail in the Nantahala National Forest in North Carolina. It is late July 2023 and I've just started the hike about 20 minutes ago. This is a daunting hike. I'm going to try to do it in 2 days. It's about 25 miles total with some pretty steep terrain. Pretty brushy stuff through here. Nothing really worth officially bushwhacking yet, but definitely some growth to contend with. This is almost a 180-degree view. Slightly obstructed, but not bad. "45 minutes in, and I've hit kind of my first little view. It's just a small window of a view, but it's nice. Yep, I'm working. It's tough, but look back behind me. Just need a sit-down break. I think I'm gonna eat a little bit of a snack, which is honestly kind of a pain because my bear canister is the heaviest thing that I have in my pack, and so it has to go at the bottom. Be a good opportunity to talk you through what I have here. Poncho, military poncho, some loose items that I didn't want loose that I'll just need around camp eventually. Little foldable stove for cooking later, fire starting kit. Wasn't sure how brushy it was going to be, so I put a pair of pants here. We've got a sleeping bag and a tarp. Extra clothing. There we go. The bear vault. Alright, I'm gonna sit here and just kind of heavy snack. Catch my breath. And then we'll be on the trail, maybe another 10 minutes. I'm not gonna stay long. And we are crossing the stream, which means it's time to filter some water. Ooh, slippery. All right, here's our little road crossing. Keep going, rim trail. Number 72, that is the one. Oh, and a little climb. And there it is. My first sign of bear. Big pile of bear scat. Whew. Oh, I'm in the thick of it. It's the toughest part yet. I was doubled over here. Gives my shoulders a break without having to take my pack off. Oh yeah. Oh man. What a brutal, brutal past 20 or so minutes. Quite a climb. What's for lunch? It's the Star-Kissed, like lunch to go lunch thing. Canned tuna. You get some mayonnaise, you mix it up in a little cup. There's some crackers that I believe have been crushed slightly, but I'm still going to eat it. And you get some sweet relish with it. I drained the tuna juice over here in the dirt. I'm sure this will be a bear spot later tonight. I also have a treat, my flavor ice pop. I have a green one I brought 4 of them. Again, I don't drink these frozen. It's not for the cold, it's for the sugar blast. I've been drinking water all day, which is great. But to replace some sugars, well, that's good. Well, I'm in the briars. Good thing I came prepared. Wow, it's been brushy one string through here. I mean, that was the way I came, and the way in front of me is not a lot better. I have been really hesitant to put pants on because it's hot, but I don't think I got a choice. I think I have to put some pants on. I'm getting cut and scraped on my knees. Not far from Short Off Knob. Still wooded, nice, little breezy. I think we're gonna get maybe some rain later today. Possible storms after 5 o'clock, but I should have, I don't know, at least another 2 hours of hiking before that. And truth is if I can get to Big Stamp today, before that storm and set up, then I'll be in good shape.
I would in fact not be in good shape.
Well, some good news and bad news. Good news, I made it to Big Stamp. Bad news, about 20 minutes too late to beat the rain. It's about 6:45 right now. Thunderstorm just passed. It's still going over, but I'm not hearing the lightning and thunder like I have been the past little bit. So 6:20, started raining. I had to stop where I was, put my electronics all away so that they were safe. I put my rain cover on my backpack, and I put on my military poncho, which covered me and most of my backpack as well, and hiked that rest of the way up here to Big Stamp. So I'm here. I'm waiting on this storm to pass. This is not my main shelter that I'm planning to sleep in. This was what I'm gonna call quick deploy shelter, kind of to be used in emergencies. Trying to count my blessings. At least I don't have my backpack on. I've made it to my camp area, and I don't think much of the stuff in my backpack got very wet at all. So yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and kind of ride this out. Okay, I've got my main tarp set up, most of my gear underneath there. My emergency tarp system, I've actually kind of turned it upside down in a way to form like a cup, and I can collect some rainwater here. You know, I'm a little wet, but I have dry clothes. I don't think it's going to get a lot colder tonight. I think it's about 65 degrees right now, and I think it's supposed to maybe drop down to 60 or something like that, so it's only going to drop about 5 degrees. I've got a pretty warm sleeping bag that I can put in my hammock. I've got my Thermarest, actually, pad that I'm going to need to get under the tarp, that I can blow up and put in the pad as well. So I'll have some insulation behind me. I think the thing that I can do best for me right now is actually go ahead and make my dinner. A little hot meal. I think it'll help calm me down. It's amazing how much comfort just a little teeny tiny fire can bring. I've had dinner, snacked on a little flavor ice pop, and I also made some hot chocolate. I am still a little damp, but I'm not cold, and I'm drying off. My feet are soaking wet and I'm so ready to get them out of these socks and shoes, put on some dry socks. I brought a little extra warmth on this trip and it was probably overkill, but it was for a reason just like this, in case I was a little bit wet, a little bit damp. Hopefully just looking forward to a good restful night so that I can get up in the morning, you know, get things going, and I'll probably strike out of here pretty early. Alright, enough talk. Time to get some dry clothes on and some rest. Good night, and I'll see you guys in the morning. I slept really solid until maybe 1:45, and then I had to get up and go pee. Got back in the hammock and just had a little trouble going to sleep. Drifted off, but then around 4 o'clock, it absolutely poured down. I mean, hammered down rain for a long time. Maybe 45 minutes or an hour. To the point where I was getting splashback, like on the edge of the hammock, and I'm looking down here. Most of my stuff that was on the ground under the hammock is soaked. I'm dry though, relatively dry, and I'm warm. And I'm trying to just kind of get my wits about me. Let me show you the water collection just to give you an idea of the rain we had last night. Look at that. Snack time, and I'll keep packing. I'll check in with you when I am packed and ready to roll. And the camp is behind me. See you later, camp. Until next time, if there is a next time. And here we are, day 2. Not thrilled about having this backpack on again, but I feel okay. I'm optimistic. It's beautiful. So beautiful. I just want to film every second. This morning is beautiful. Fog, the light coming through. I'm never gonna make my 15 miles if I don't keep going, but wow, this is special this morning. I'm so incredibly thankful for this. I mean, look at this, like Lord of the Rings stuff right here. Let me do it again. Let me walk away. Thanks for indulging me. Fog finally broke, and this is the first little bit of view that I've had today. It's not much, but it's like just enough to rekindle my spirit. and I find myself doubled over again. I'm just really kind of just still tired from yesterday. My legs are sore, and there are some climbs today. They're all pretty short so far. The climb up to White Oak Knob was a little brutal, but it was short compared to the absolute craziness that I did yesterday. So just having to take it slow. On the approach to Defeat Knob, and this is the highest the growth has been. I don't know if you can see the blue marker up there, but I'm on the path, but it's like neck height in some spots. It's been a little bit brutal trying to keep up with the trail and work through these. There's downfall, and on top of that, the growth. It's been a little challenging, but I'm here, I'm doing it. Okay, stay calm. Stay calm. I'm okay. I just got a little off trail and a little disoriented. It was like the trail was there and then it wasn't. And 9 times out of 10, if you just take kind of the path of least resistance, right, you're kind of on it. But I think I got onto like an old trail or something. But I was kind of descending, and I should have been ascending up on the ridge, and I noticed it in time, and I was able to kind of orient myself with the direction I needed to go, which was to scale up this hill. That was brutal. I'm gonna need about 10 minutes, but I'm back. I climbed up to the kind of the top of the little bluff, and I just rediscovered the trail. I see a blue trail marker down there, so I 100% know that I'm on the path. But my nerves are a little rattled. My nerves are a lot rattled. So I'm gonna wring my socks out, check my hot spots, and eat some lunch. I'm gonna just do the same thing I did yesterday, some tuna, got some beef jerky and whatnot, but here, watch this. Oh, I mean, it's merino wool, so it'll, I'll squeeze it out, and it ain't gonna be dry when I put it on, but it's better than cotton. Ooh, that last little section was harsh. Got thick with briars. I had to pull the machete back out and cleave my way. That was the roughest spot so far today, easily. Guys, I'm really sorry. I wanted to bring you this full rim trail video. I've got like 11 more miles of this rim trail to hike, and I don't know that I can hike 11 more miles in the daylight I have left if this is the trail back here behind me. Just a minute back here, I passed Sassafras Trail, which takes me off this ridge, and I think I'm gonna take it. I feel horrible. I've worked so hard to get to this spot, and I could do 11 miles, even of a little incline that's left, but I can't. There's not enough time in the day to trudge through that. I've been tracking myself, and I'm basically doing like 1 mile an hour. And I'm really sorry. I'm sorry to you, and I'm sorry to myself. I'm gonna sit for a minute, and I'll tell you about my other experiences. It'll give you some perspective. So here's the deal. I've tried this hike 3 other times. My first try, it was my spring break. It was like early to mid-April, and I started hiking, and it started snowing, and it blizzarded on me, like sideways snow.
And I was prepared to get wet, but I wasn't prepared to be so cold. And I made it all the way to Big Stamp. And I pitched. I didn't even have a tent. I had a tarp in a tent configuration. I threw all my stuff in it. There was 3 or 4 people on horseback up there, and they looked shocked to see me hiking up there, and I probably looked ragged. They left, and I put all my dry clothes on, and I climbed into my sleeping bag, and I laid there for like 30 or 40 minutes, and I couldn't get warm. I was frigid cold. And so I found a trail that led me. It's like a Rockhouse Creek trail, and I found that trail, and I made it back to the car, and I went home pretty defeated. My second attempt, I was ready for the cold, and I started hiking up. I didn't make it to Big Stamp, and it like thunderstormed on me. Just deafening, pouring, gushing rain. And I got soaked, and I knew there was no coming back from that. So I bailed. My third attempt, I made it all the way up to Big Stamp, and I was feeling really good. But I did not know that they were doing a control burn in the Fires Creek area. I didn't know. And I could smell smoke, and I could see smoke in the distance, and I knew I was headed that way, and I didn't feel comfortable trying to hike through that. So I turned around and I bailed. And this is my 4th time attempting, and I'm having to bail again. And if I'm being honest, I'm pretty devastated, but I have to play it safe. I have 11 miles left, and I've been traveling pretty consistently today, like a mile an hour. I don't have 11 hours left in the day. I am here just short of Sassafras Knob, and I'm here at 632, this little sassafras trail, and it goes downhill immediately, which looks amazing. And I'm gonna take it down 632 all the way here till I intersect with this road. I'll follow it down here, and I'm gonna follow Fires Creek. And the good news is I'll have all the water I could ever want to filter, clean water. I'm gonna get rid of this rainwater, and I'm gonna cut through here. It's gonna be a little wiggly, and I'm not gonna lie, if I see somebody in a car and they offer me a ride, I'll probably take it. Here, 340, take a left, 340, and then I'm back here. This is still a long hike, all the way back down to the picnic area. I've got like 7 hours of light left, and if I have to be in the dark, I want to be on a road, a wide road, not up here bushwhacking through that garbage up there. So I'm doing it. You know, it's a little overgrown, but it's about knee height, but it's downhill, and if you can hear, it's running water just down there. This is probably not much of a hiking trail. I would guess that this is more of a horse riding trail. Yeah, the way I came was up there. That's at trail 80, and I take a left, and this is the road. The good news is I'm hiking at a great pace, and so if I can keep this pace, I figure I'm doing 3 miles in an hour. If I was to guess that this is 8 to 9 miles long, which it might be, At this pace, I'm gonna say maybe 3 hours. Just past the Bristol Field Horse Camp right there behind me. Agreed to give me a ride down. Well, hey there, friends. It's obviously not right after the hike. It's been about a week. It was actually a week ago today that I bailed off the rim trail. And so I wanted to do an ending video like this after the fact and not in the moment, because hindsight's always a little more 2020. I wanted a little time to go by so that I could get a clear mind. And I know that right when I got to my truck after catching that ride, my mind was not clear. I was just ready to get home and get some rest. So, you know, I was asking myself, why am I going to publish this video? I had done 3 other attempts. This was my 4th. And I was videoing all of those attempts in an effort to, you know, publish a video on the rim trail, but I decided not to because, you know, I was kind of embarrassed that I didn't finish it. I've decided to publish this one, even though I didn't complete the rim trail in its totality, because there might be people like me who want to go do this thing, and I think it would be beneficial to them to have a video like this. So some suggestions that I have for others and kind of things that I would do differently. I've tried to think about when's the right season to go. And I don't know, but I get the feeling that summer isn't it, or when the growth is going to be there. That was really, really difficult. It's a difficult trail anyway, and then you throw on top of that briars and growth that was anywhere from like knee-high in the smallest spots to neck-high in the highest spots. I think that's just tough. So I would vote going in the winter or early spring, or sometime maybe late fall, just before winter when the growth is dying off. Of course, you have a different set of issues to deal with then. You know, if you go in the winter, you got to deal with the extreme cold. And I don't know about you all, but my backpacks are always heavier in the winter because I'm carrying more stuff. And I can promise you on this hike, 100% you want to make your pack as light as possible, which is one reason I tried it here in the summer, because I can pack a little less. Now, I had to pack a bunch of water weight, and that's going to be something anybody has to deal with. The water, in order to assess water, you're going to have to climb off the rim, and then climb back up if you're going to keep going. And that sometimes could be as steep as 800 feet or more. Now it is accessible, but not up on the rim. That one spot that I showed you, and I went clockwise, that was it. That was the only stream crossing. Other than that, I was filtering rainwater. There's something that I wanted to try to explain that I don't know was shown very well in the video. The slope. In some spots, now this is extreme, but in some spots it climbs up to like a 40% grade of an incline. That is not the norm. That's the extreme. I would say your average slope is going to be anywhere from like 18% to, I don't know, maybe 30%. And then the extremes are going to be 30 and on up. I think the highest it ever got was a 44% slope, which is, it's absolutely bonkers. It would be hard to do without a backpack, period. This is a very, very difficult trail to hike. I think the next time I attempt this trail, I'm going to try my best to make it a 2-night experience and a 3-day hike, because the hiking is just so brutal. And then I could take appropriate rest breaks and really maybe try to enjoy myself instead of just continuing to punish my body over and over and over again. I want to thank you for watching the video, if you made it this far, for watching any and all of my videos. I really appreciate you. It means a lot. I hope that this video is helpful to anybody who is considering hiking some or all of the Fires Creek Rim Trail. Please understand, this is an absolute beast of a trail. And I've done 20-mile trails before, but this is a beast of a trail. But I really kind of like the challenge, and yeah, I'll be out there again trying it. So, and I'll bring you along next time I do. Who knows when it'll be though? It may have to be a little bit. So, anyway, I'm gonna call it a video here. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next video.